Hey guys, Mrs. Duck here, and today, as you guys know, I'm a massive Arsenal fan, and this is normally a kind of video I do before the start of a season, but since, we're very unclear about how the league will carry on, just about what's going to happen in the world during these trying times, I thought I'd make this video now. Usually I do this kind of during preseason, when all teams have made their signings, everything's been announced, the season's about to start, but yeah, I'll just do it now. So, pretty much, what we're going to be doing today is top 5 players all over the world that I believe Arsenal should sign or should target for the next transfer window. So, yeah, I guess we should just get into it. Alright, so coming in at number 5 is going to be Luka Jovic. Now, bear with me. He's currently playing at Real Madrid. He's a striker. And, Arsenal's fan base have currently been divided into two groups. Whether we should keep Lacazette or whether we should sell him. Now, the idea is, he hasn't been very consistent, and, he's an incredible player on a good day. I'm a big fan of him. I've even got a poster of him on my wall, which I'll show in a little B-roll here. But he's been very inconsistent as of late, in my opinion, and it's just way too often, when he has a good game, then he has a really good game. He can score a few goals, really control the game, but that's really not happening as often as it should be, and we need a more reliable and overall better and younger striker, I think, up top, because we've just got Lacazette, we've got Aubameyang, who's aging and most likely going to leave the club, fingers crossed he doesn't, and then we've got Gabriel Martinelli, who's obviously very proven and I think is going to be an incredible player. And, some other youngsters. But we need someone really reliable, and I think Luka Jovic could fill that void. There's recently been some speculation that he wants to move. Mild, transfer rumors that he'd move to Arsenal, but I really doubt it, because at the end of the day, a player of his caliber and young age would probably not want to play at a team, Arsenal obviously, incredible history, only team to go unbeaten in a season, the invincible squad. I mean, there's so much history in the team, but at the moment, they're performing, I hate to say this, but horribly. I mean, we're in 9th place right now. It's just not going well. So a player like Luka Jovic, I think he might want to leave Real Madrid and maybe join back when he's further into his career, once he's improved more, because he's not getting played as much as he needs to be. He needs to be played consistently in a competitive league, and he's getting, pretty common starts, but he needs to be starting almost every game to further his career, and I think he and his agent know that. So he's really going to want to go to Manchester United or Liverpool even. They're having problems with Roberto Firmino, kind of, not really. A bigger club, maybe even Manchester City, but they've got Aguero. They aren't really looking for attacking improvements. But yeah, this could definitely be a potential player if we somehow get the funds and somehow get Luka Jovic to agree to a contract. I think that would be a great signing for Arsenal. And yeah. Okay, so for number 4 is going to be Odsonne Edouard. I believe that's how you pronounce it. The Celtic French striker is currently playing at Celtic, as I said, in the Irish League, and he's been doing quite well. He's still relatively young, 21 years of age, I believe, and he's doing really well in the Irish League, and I think to further grow and further, fulfill his potential as a player, he needs to go to a more competitive league and to a team that will start him quite often. I think Arsenal would be a perfect fit for him. He'd be along ex-teammate Kieran Tierney. Jesus, sorry. And I think, he knows him because they went to the same team, obviously. He knows of Kieran Trippier, or why do I keep on saying Trippier? Kieran Tierney. So, there's some connection there, so he can kind of guide him around the stadium and stuff and all that, kind of welcome him to the team. And I think he could be an even better replacement for Lacazette than Luka Jovic. At the end of the day, in my opinion, Luka Jovic is overall a better player and has better potential to be, at the end of his, at the zenith of his career, a better player than Edouard will be. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I'll still have to see how seasons go on. But, yeah, I think he could be a really great signing for Arsenal. We could start him up top. He could be our starting prospect who plays pretty much every game alongside Martinelli if Aubameyang leaves. Martinelli, I'd like to see him play quite a bit more. He plays quite a bit already, but, it'd be nice to see him get on the team sheet as often as possible. But yeah, I think Edouard could be really great addition to the team to replace Lacazette. And yeah. Okay, coming in at number 3. I don't know why this is 2. 3. Thomas Partey. He has been heavily linked to a move with Arsenal. All over social media, agents are saying he wants to join Arsenal. He's saying he wants to join Arsenal. He might as well have put pen to paper at this point in time, but it's not confirmed yet, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't include him on this list. But Ghana man from Atletico Madrid is doing incredible, and I think he could be that African flair in the midfield that kind of guides our games and really takes control of the midfield. We haven't had too many problems with our midfield, but I think he could really improve us a lot, because obviously the midfield is such a versatile and important part of a starting 11. They guide the whole team. They're completely central. They pass to players all over the pitch. So they're a very important asset of the team, and you want to make sure that your midfield is incredibly strong. And I think Thomas Partey would definitely help strengthen our midfield. He's not only here because he's heavily linked with Arsenal and because it looks like he might sign, like it's very likely that he may sign, but also here because I just think he'd be a great signing, and that we kind of need a player of his caliber and skill and experience in a new league, on a new team, to just help us. Just please, God, help us. Right, now, starting or coming in at number 2 is going to be Daniele Rugani. Now, I know what you're saying, finally in a defender, because Lord knows Arsenal needs a better defense so badly. Since the recent departure of the devil Unai Emery and the Saint Mikel Arteta, I feel like the whole squad has overall just gotten better. His system, as in Mikel Arteta, his system is so much better and works so much with the whole squad. So everyone just seems to be working together better, and everyone's individual performances seem to just overall be better. He hasn't had much time, Mikel Arteta, to prove himself, seen as, he joined and then a few months later, I don't remember exactly how many, obviously this whole coronavirus thing hit. But yeah, I think Daniele Rugani could be an incredible player for Arsenal. I think there were some rumors, like a few years ago, many years ago, like really light rumors, like, he could be cool, that he would join Arsenal. People were kind of speculating. It was pretty small speculation. But I think he could fit really well into the Arsenal squad. I mean, imagine the back line of, considering everyone's fully fit. Kieran Tierney, I didn't say Trippier this time, which I have been saying for Edouard. William Saliba, who is going to be coming back from loan at Saint Etienne, and I'm really excited about. So, William Saliba, Daniele Rugani, and Hector Bellerin, the Irish, the French, right? Saliba's French, I believe. The Italian, and the Spanish. I mean, that would be an incredible back four, and I think they could really guide us possibly to a Champions League place, because at the moment, our defense is probably our biggest letdown. It's just not good. Mustafi and Socrates are both kind of getting older. Mustafi makes some mistakes quite often. So if we were to completely reform our defense, I think that would help quite a bit. And yeah, I think that would be a great signing. He's the first player who got COVID-19 in the Serie A, so I think he's recovered by now, but I hope he's doing better. But I think he could be a really great just signing for Arsenal, because he noticing his play style, he's quite technical for a defender, in my opinion. So I think he'd really fit into that modern approach of football with Mikel Arteta's system. And I think that would work really well. I think he'd really fit into the squad with Arsenal. And he's not getting played as much at Juventus. That's another thing. I think he has a lot of potential. He's 24 right now, I think. And, he's still relatively young. He needs to be played more. Juventus has an incredible defense, so he can't really slot in that much. So if he were to play in the Premier League for a mid-table side, let's be honest, we're mid-table now. We're not really pushing for Europe. We're trying to, but it's not really happening. We're mid-table at this point. If he plays every game in the Premier League, I think he could really grow out of that shell and start to, make a name for himself, because he's been enclosed in the bench. He's been trapped there for so long, and he plays sporadically, commonly to sporadically, and he just needs more consistent game time. So I think that would really be a great signing for us, and a great signing for him as well. Okay, finally, coming in at number 1. And this one may surprise you. Some of you guys may not have even heard of this kid. Some of you have. He isn't a defender. He's actually an attacking midfielder, winger kind of player. And, this is just my opinion. Just a little disclaimer. Don't get butthurt that I didn't put in your favorite player from a different league or something. But I'm trying to make this as realistic as possible. Sure, Luka Jovic wasn't really completely realistic, but there hasn't been any speculation as far as I've heard as of teams that this player could actually go to. He's just kind of there, but I think he could really improve greatly quite a few players. And this player is Ianis Hagi. I don't know how you pronounce his first name. I think it's Gheorghe Hagi. His father was an incredible player, notably for his performances with Galatasaray and the Romanian national team. He was at Real Madrid and Barcelona at some points in his career, and he currently runs the youth academy for Viitorul, which is a team in the Romanian league, and that's where Ianis Hagi came out of. He was a product of his father's youth academy, and then I think from there he might have joined Genk. No, I don't think so. That doesn't sound right. He was at some different team, and he's kind of gone around, and he's currently playing for the Rangers, Steven Gerrard's side, the Rangers, at on loan. He's actually signed for Genk, the Belgian side, but he's currently on loan at Rangers, and he's been tearing it up, honestly. His FIFA card is completely underrated. He's only a 72 and has 82 potential. He deserves at least a 78 rating and at least 86 potential, in my opinion. He is incredibly pacey, incredible technical ability on the ball. Just watch even the full games to see, or just the highlights, to see how much he commanded the games in the European or in the Europa League tie for Rangers against SC Braga. He completely controlled both ties, or both legs, in that tie. It was incredible performance from him in both legs, and I think if he's in a more experienced league, getting a bit more game time, he could really grow into one of the best attacking midfielders, wingers, possibly of this Premier League era, this kind of time. Be quite prolific. I don't expect to play him every game, At the end of the day, we've got pretty strong attack. But if Aubameyang leaves, then I think he could get in the team quite more often, I think he has a serious name to make for himself, He's quite a good player. He's been great for Romania. He's been great for every team he's played for. He just hasn't played that much, and I don't know why, because every performance is incredible from him, really. Like I said, he's just so fast. The ball is glued to his feet until he crosses or scores, which he's great at both. I mean, it's incredible. And I think he'd be really great for Arsenal. Because he's that flair that we're missing. If we were to sell on Ozil, who, mind you, is on £350,000 a week, he's my favorite player of all time. I kid you not when I say that. I've, he's inspired me into football as a sport, as a lifestyle. He's one of my favorite players of all time, easily. But he's getting to that kind of age where he's just kind of losing Arsenal money. So if we were to sell him on, Arsenal have a horrible reputation of being a graveyard for older players that, had prolific careers way back when. So I think we need to kind of get rid of that stigma and sell him on, get whatever money we can from selling him on, and also stop paying for his wages and easily get a replacement in Giannis Hadji and play him much more. I think that would be a great move. But yeah, let me know what you think. I definitely suggest looking at compilations and stuff if you haven't seen anything from him. That is Giannis Hadji. Let me know who you think should be signed for Arsenal and other things like that. And yeah.